All right, so today we get to paint our sarcophagus. The paints we're going to use are watercolor paints. Okay, you've used these before. And these are the paint cakes. And right now, they don't work because we need to add some water to them. All right, so what we're going to do is have a little cup of water at our tables.
Oh, this is awkward.
To get the water, we're going to use this water jug right here. And we're going to fill it up to a little over halfway. We're also going to have a paper towel in case you need to wipe your hands or dab your paintbrush. We'll have the paintbrush that comes in the kit. And I'll also give you a thicker paintbrush too. Sometimes a thicker paintbrush is easier for bigger areas. Now remember, we like to take really good care of our paintbrush's hair. Okay, because what happens when we're smashing that paintbrush down, remember this from when you were little? You can give it a bad hair day. So we want to keep the bristles nice and straight together, okay? So right now, since our paint tray doesn't work, I got to add water to it. So I'm going to put a drop in each of the colors I'm going to use. I'm not going to touch the brush to it because I don't want to get my brush dirty yet. But that's how I'm going to activate my paint. Okay, it might have to sit for a minute because these are brand new. All right, so now you might remember when you were younger too, we talked about yellow being a baby color and it gets bullied around by all these other big bully colors. So I always like to look at my painting. If there's anything I want yellow, I like to paint that first because it tends to get dirty really easily. So I'm gonna wet my brush again, load it with the paint, and start painting those areas. Look how cool this is, you guys. I had put crayon here, and the paint is just beating up on top of the crayons because the crayon is wax, and the paint is water, and the wax resists the water. Okay, so now I have a dirty paintbrush filled with this color, so what do I need to do to it? I need to wash my brush, so I'm going to rinse it in here, and my water has turned color, but it's just yellow, so it's not a big deal. And now I can go on to some of those brighter colors and get my paintbrush loaded again, and I can start to fill it. Now, if I get too much water on this paper, it's going to get really wrinkly. In fact, this really isn't watercolor paper, but we just thought it would be fun to use it. So we don't want to get this too sopping wet today. All right, I have a dirty brush. What do I need to do? Wash it. And then I can switch to my new colors. Okay? So go ahead and paint your whole sarcophagus. If you have crayon on there or colored pencil, you can paint right on top of that. If you have marker on there, not the Sharpie marker, but like the Crayola kind of markers, that part might get wet and bleed, so you might want to not paint on those areas. But go ahead and keep washing your brush and filling it with the paints that the colors that you like, okay? At the end, we're going to dump this out in our closest sink, okay? And we're gonna dry off our paintbrushes and close up the lid to this because we don't want it spilling all over. We're going to keep it flat so the paint doesn't spill. And we're going to try to put these on the drying racks. If they don't work on the drying racks, maybe we'll put them on the floor.